He has a towel in his hand. You thought he was going to wash his face. Actually, he wanted to cry and laugh. He took off his clothes and threw it into the sink. You thought he was going to do laundry. Actually, he wants to vomit. Block the sewer to let water. Why don't you give me water and sprinkle water on my ground? Until 3 explosion-proof police officers rushed in. You just understand. It turns out that these preparations are just for feeling. Water on body. In order to reduce friction so that the opponent will not easily catch him. Water on the ground is easy to slip. Confrontation. After a fierce fight, the man stood at the end. This is the nickname of a capable special forces who can write. Everyone, I know you. Today we are watching the latest hot action movie on 2021. Cold-Blooded Titans. Why is a soldier walking to the pool and wanting to wash a little? The result is that he can go to the next second. Now the seals in the water settle. The war in Syria is only a mile away. The whole country is publishing this poster. Perform cleanup tasks. And before her eyes are devastated war ruins. They return to the outpost shortly after. CIA. I think the latest task given here is just. This is where the CIA personnel were used by the Syrian government. But for hijacking. They need to be in a nearby building. Rescuing the hostages is the opponent's strength to the situation in front of you. Unknown. So the task is very difficult. Today's team is approaching the target area. Make sure the surrounding situation is happening. Shot in from the army. And so. It didn't come out when killing the enemy. Make too much noise. They successfully eliminated the enemy in a room. Successfully rescued the hostages. These enemy diseases. Syrian soldier. Which country? Love song duet. If they handle it at 9 o'clock. At this time the rocket assault. Taking a bath has become a major casualty. That rolled over. Our army launched a new wave of offensive. I look at the summer song after you come. Avoid them at this time. They are posted here, and here is the army of one country. I was shocked the hardest on the hearts of both of them. It's like a perimeter breakout under the cover of a large force. They successfully evacuated the building but due to the shadows here. His subordinates therefore. Brother Zhang was also very dissatisfied. It's really high for his joints, and he's can only give up. Air support teams. Completely integrated. Xiao Qiang brother flew back to Washington and he was also preparing to retire. Ready to work in a private security company. She has more things to do when the company works. Have time to take care of. Pregnant post. I'm just having a happy time with brother Qiang. Against them. Assassination. It's already started in Charlotte. The man is coaxing his children to eat breakfast. But just when she went out. A car at this time. Deliberately hit. And he is him. Strong teammate. I'm all good. There is rain inside. I was also assassinated while driving. Soon the assassination team found brother Qiang. I'm going to make a big belly wife again. So he came to the sofa downstairs and said. Just the peanuts he eats. Listening to music. Suddenly out of power. Happen to. Is the killer put the movie at home. When this succeeds, the outside is silent. Brother Qiang's alertness is killer. Entered upstairs. He said this is what I said to kill in bed. But unexpectedly, her pain actually killed herself. If it really looks like a god and Buddha. Rushed upstairs for medical treatment. But because the other party also has. Both lose and lose after a burst of random shots. Just because Xiao Xiao couldn't see clearly under the green light, she simply moved the summer night vision goggles on brother Qiang. It is understood. No food at home. Brother Qiang also sees. Made a killer face. Let's start with the Cloud of 11 hometown. Hard to climb to the device. And his wife. Long gone. Sent me a sentence from brother Qiang. Made acquaintances at the same time high level. Emergency meeting. The assassination of the special operations team has been. Shoot out the seal assault. Hideyoshi. Steal your spokesperson and send a notice. He faintly felt his head in your belly. You have bad intentions. Because your situation is regenerating the shiitake mushrooms. Struggling on the edge of life and death and finally being tenacious. Try to stand underneath. Come. From here on. No Jill's thoughts. These pains are. He chased the problem again. Behind the scenes. But the captain is also clueless. The nation has been activated for 5 years. That's not the person on him but want to know the name. But was rejected by the other party. Be a high-level leader and find the captain. Iceland is like art. Strong brother is important. Brother Qiang also started this time. I just want to ask the captain to come here. Brother Qiang's love. The situation asked Terry to report in person. Here are strong brothers, they are straight. When performing tasks. Accidentally put Russia safe. You killed the chief's son. I really don't know what you are doing there, but. Sing clearly and strongly. Should have been retaliated against. Because it's news from brother Qiang's house. Safer. Should be safe. Feel people by homicide. Here are the problems with long distance running. Polite education. Yes no. Why get started? There are only 3 people's information. Obviously. One alive. Brother Qiang ran away from home. I didn't expect the wife to be arrogant here. Enter the opponent to be leveled. So middle vocational. All intelligence investigations. Out of the strong sympathy. You for TX. Brother revenge. Revealed his identity to him. When Brother Jiang came home. Let him ignite. Vengeful ghost. These identification statements. Passport issuance. Former Federal Security Service. Vesely. Junyi City. The 4 killers. Should know. But can make dust. Chen Cheng and Fong couldn't get close at all. For economic goals. Approaching Vesely like a pretending drunk. Hotels here. Joe is Vesely just from. Out of the hotel. After learning of this situation, strong. Professor Jiang followed his classmates and opened the police station. Held a flower psychological bodyguard car. It didn't take long to keep the car and I was stopped to harvest. Sing and you can start. My strong brother. Just drive and stop the car. Brother Jiang doesn't say much. I directly lit Vesely. Asking questions from getting into the car and killing the bodyguard. But the distance from the dead duck's mouth is hard to come down and influence. I just learned about it. The identity of the 4 killers. The police who arrived soon will be halted. But at the same time his hijacking also. Above news. Did you even look for it after the trouble? You are Changjia. The parents also pick up the words and make it clear that he just wants to borrow money. He shakes it up and cleans it up. This big tree. But who will weigh? Fall from the tree. Mayor's heart. Brother Jiang too. It's the objective Lao Li's. You got important information in your mouth and he told the captain if you want to know the content of the information, let the Secretary General find a way to get it out. But during this period of time, it is difficult for the whole country to survive the context of Fang Xiu buying. I want to kill him in minutes. This is the fact that there are more buildings and other strong attacks, but still not letting go, no strategy, Downton cannot move his sleeves. Ready to fight. If the big screen. The rainy season that rushes in. He was directly down the long line. Should be more rain. The people arranged by the long history have rushed over at the critical moment. Especially for Brother Jiang. Hear the captain's voice. He is relieved. Brother Zhou Jiang was brought out to suggest any origin. Escort him to life. The base met with the Secretary General. Classmates have an annoying exception. It's here. You are a silly name. The name tells everyone Yiming. A lot of subjective listening values. Victor in. If it's dead, that's Victor in the end. Who are you? Here's why the forward is so long. And the United States and established money. Harem network does not know they are aligned. It's okay. Doesn't look like. Is there any sanction? In the recognition of this photo. Brother Jiang recognized Victor at a glance. In other words, Brother Jiang didn't lie and Victor Khan. Let me talk about it. Secretary General proposed. Many requests look at the strength of Shen Jiang. Secretary General agrees without saying anything. Unified request. Action Team Rectification Plan. Which country do you want Minghang to go to? Parachuting in. Not just when they arrived. What time is Wu Zhenjia? Suddenly launched an interception of them. It seems that someone has gone their whereabouts. The fighters approached him without warning. Kim fire. And the abstract cut off. Fall directly to the ground. Strictly enforced, most adults across the country can only listen firmly during the period. By fate today. Good luck not. His plane made a forced landing. On the water. Because the speed of getting off the car is too fast. Then the few who escaped were rejected. Caught in the water. He hurry. Look for Yang Jian in the sea in the airport. Right game. Succeeded to the surface. Post-preparation action group. If you make your on-site strong brother express doubts about leaving because he is the only one who did not take this plane. Explain that he is the expensive of the CIA. That itch feels a bit unreasonable. Why destroy it? This action. They came to book. Converge with Tori. Obviously dealt with. Things make talent. Crisis of confidence. Grab after meeting. Brother Jiang waits for someone to eat. Eat bananas. It's a pity that he is still here. Trading. Because now the two brothers are just. It's really not that strong brother who came to capture Victor thinks that the soil is a traitor. Money. Made death threats until they were almost caught. I don't want to sing praises, is it really a mistake to leave? Zhou Them Cheng. Successfully arrived at the target location. According to local colleagues, why are they all in the opposite building? Wine and coffee. And there are 2. Bodyguard by his side. The first wife to kill the nation almost pulled a sentence. Cancelled flight. After nightfall, the building where they transited was carried out. Arrests. Unexpectedly just stepping into the channel reactivity. What's the matter? It seems that you want to let go of this hatred. Maybe the strong brother feels like Li. The strange thing is that Victor's report has been. When you die, Wai Wei shouts hello to Jiang brother. I only hear the sound in different rooms. No one see. I said about his wife. Is to plan at least. They are nothing but. Its child contains the more outrageous Victor number. 07 people are deliberate. Let him hear. Is this just a cash? He was stupid when he saw me more than one. Unexpectedly, Victor was full of bombs and said that there is no other mission here. They just. Is the task itself. I haven't waited for Brother Jiang to ask. Why detonate bombs as? Thank you for who is behind the scenes. Can make him faint. Come to keep silent. After viewing from the report, everyone learned to evacuate with injuries. Not 2 steps. Found it. Injured teammate on the ground. Pudding shot. They found out but got the way. This attempt to cover the teammate's headset is desirable to masturbate. Has reached 10 times. Brother Jiang quickly confirmed it with glass. Women's behavior. They are under the cover of teammates after 2 o'clock. Ferocious environment. 4 direct mobile phones that have a strange smell of success and are inferior to them. The beauty here. An intersection. How to escape and become them. The biggest problem. I'm working as a 15-party policeman. The police came here for. Unexpectedly. Point to kill. They thought that they were sanctioned by all parties and let them directly understand the identity of the other party. Just made them. Expensive. Finally, Brother Jiang suddenly realized that the people of life made Wu Koran die in the United States. Now there are data to draw them to. So if the local and the fuse of war designed by politicians has been. But you don't want to just die like this and get rid of it. For the small ones, it's strong enough to be decisive and the user wants to make a hole in the wall. When you walk on the journey and discover the value of them, but they have teammates already. Went to the opposite side ahead of time, and the whole country rushed in when the two were entangled. Bank clerk. Turns out to be about looks. Fortunately, the problem is not big. Some people will finally get rid of the building. But at this time, the teammate was injured too seriously. At the same time, the big screen and the police force left the country. The blockade and encirclement will be a new problem for them to break through here. Brother Jiang came forward. I'm a serious prisoner again, so. Captains who are not enough to provoke a war, they are fighters. If you can't escape, then normal may become a reality. The strongest brother decided to go upstairs alone. Police operations. He fought for the captain. Chance to escape. The wall after going upstairs. Brother Jiang's full firepower is either a burst of fire or he suffers. The homework downstairs was also cited. Take this opportunity to drove out of the encirclement with the leader. However, the malignant strong brother has to face a large number of firepower. Both happened. So fierce fight. It should be Brother Jiang who wants to be clean. As far as possible, there is nowhere to go. Glass. Not pay attention to this. Hikari jumped into the building while his bag fell out. This is a constant source of power. The refrigerator is taken out to start a desperate fight. Brother Jiang stopped. Then go on the cover of the smoke bomb. Let the shrimp arrive downstairs, so TNT will help you go to Medicine City. Brother Jiang caused a violent explosion after 100 yuan to dating. 6,947. Apple has a total of 3,000 troops. This gas mask mix. Fish in troubled waters 9,667. When he fled the scene by bus, he was the chief in his body. Finally drove here. This pair has a long neck. Emergency treatment for Brother Xiaojiang. Finally came over. It's actually not discovered that their captain led everyone to do everything. Boat escape. The chase of the falling party. What's more worrying about Brother Jiang returning to the national building? This is behind the scenes. Dealt with a master. It's better to take the money and be killed in this mission. When the sky grows up, you may be able to find out the master behind the scenes. Soon after returning to China, Brother Jiang secretly found a chance to be close to being slender. And will lead. Hidden truth. The post of Secretary General Deng. Very cold and hot. Emphasize that Brother Jiang will not hesitate. On the road, in order to facilitate the Secretary General, Brother Jiao Degiang killed his ex-daughter at 31 Fang Fang. Face threat. Finally let go. So for Dai Tongjian. The economy needs to create a strong opponent. Once you have a realm like Russia, can sell arms to drive 6 industries to generate income to help this country out of poverty. To put it bluntly, I want to start disputes and make war fortune. Facing shameless politicians to avenge his wife's blood. Brother Jiang has the next move. This is unprepared. Off the bridge. Plunged into the water. And win. Before let miss. Want to talk about his wife's name. Name to survive. First name. Even so. I didn't mean to let it go. Secretary Zhang drowned. Avenged creatures. Irrelevantly degraded maybe. Choose to stay. This is completely. After Shanga's funeral, people never thought it was. All this is a gun. Arrangement of evaporation between 2 people. The Secretary General gets the heaviest and then leaves the neighbor. The truth about small letters. At the same time he also helped. Freedom of realization. The captain is at the end. From the time before the nations have real freedom. It's not a naked sarcasm that beautiful my tortoise. Classmates also approve. Ugly proof. Installation and finishing of passengers. Several classics of the story. Frequent fighting scenes. A legend. Conspiracy theories throughout the day. Is missing seeing. Others are not just addictive texts have become new. Break up. Not high but invincible. Also. Has become a lot of netizens. Took a point. You are the content of this issue. If you like insomnia friends remember. Like follow. Thank you everyone for watching us. See you in the next issue.